Welcome back to Disneyland Paris, your go-to channel dedicated to bringing you information, tips, ways on how to save money, ways on how to save time, so that your next Disneyland Paris trip can be a magical and unforgettable one. And boy, do we have a video for you today. I brought my cup of tea, so you should go ahead and grab your cup of tea, sit down, because we're going to be discussing the new annual pass that has been revealed to the world, brought to you by Disneyland Paris, and it's no longer called the annual pass. It is now called the Disneyland Pass. So a lot of things have changed, some good, some bad. Like I said, grab yourself a cup of tea because it's going to be a wild ride. All right, so for years, Disneyland Paris has been talking about how they're going to change some things around the annual pass. They came out with a new and renewed annual pass that is no longer going to be called annual pass. It will now be called the Disneyland Pass. And I'm going to talk to you guys and break down to you every single tier and what they include, the benefits that were lost, and the benefits, if you want to call it that were gained. Now, if you have not seen my other video in where I talk about my annual pass and if it's worth it or not, I'm going to go ahead and leave the link on the description below so you can go ahead and watch it. But it might be helpful just to get an idea if it's worth it or not. But this one is the new and improved annual pass. Well, not annual pass, but Disneyland Pass. And you be the judge and decide if it's worth it or if it's not. And also let me know in the comments, now that you heard this news, what do you think about the new annual pass program system that has come out? Do you like it? Are you going to renew? Are you going to get it? Are you not going to get it? Are you out? I'll let you know throughout this video what my final decision is, because we are a family of four. So let's get right into it and talk about the new tiers of the annual pass. So I want to make up this information, so I wrote everything down in this little piece of paper that is literally from the official Disneyland news. And so I want to share with you guys word by word what it is and what the new tiers of the Disneyland Pass are. So let's get right into it. The lowest tier, the most economic tier, is the bronze. Keep in mind also another thing, they now changed the names. It's no longer called Magic Class, Discovery, Infinity, etc., etc. Now there's 3 different tiers: bronze, silver, and gold. So the most economic one is bronze. It starts you at 289 euros. It has admission to both theme parks for 170 days a year with parking included. Now, if you remember back in the old annual pass system, the Discovery Pass only gave you 150 days throughout the year, but this one gives you 170 days, so you get 20 days extra aside from like the Discovery one that used to give you 150. That's 289 euros for the bronze. If you get the silver one, it's going to cost you 499 euros for that one, and it includes admission to both theme parks, 300 days a year, so you can use it 300 days a year, has parking included, 10% discount on shop and restaurants, and also 10% discount if you opt to get the photo pass while you're at the park. And then the top tier, which is the gold tier, costs you 699 euros. You heard that correctly. 699 euros is going to be the gold one. And this one includes admission to both theme parks, no blackout dates, so it's 365 days a year, parking included, and it's 15% discount to shops and restaurants, and also the photo pass is included on this one. Now, if you probably could tell already by this information I'm giving you that the gold pass replaces the Infinity Pass. It is 200 euros more than the Infinity Pass, and the discount has been brought from 20% to 15%. So you lose 5% discount there. And so that's what the tiers are and what they include. Now, let me tell you on all the benefits that were lost for the annual passes. So brace yourself, because it gets crazy. You no longer have privilege ticket, no more dedicated annual pass entrance, no more dedicated fireworks and parade viewing areas for the Infinity holders, no more rental discounts for wheelchairs or strollers, no more free bag storage or free locker storage, and no more annual pass discounted hotel rates. You heard that correctly. There's no more discount rates for hotels. You will not have to call and say, hey, I have an annual pass, can I get a discount? Because they are no longer included. And the gold pass is the only pass that has the extra magic hour for when going into the parks. So remember how before Magic Flex, because this is the one we got last time, I think it was. Yeah, we got the Magic Plus, not the Magic Plus. We got the Magic Plus, and that gave us the extra magic hour to going into the park. And Infinity also gave you that one, and that was awesome because you get to go into the park an hour before. If you were not staying on site, meaning if you were not staying in a Disney hotel, then you were staying outside, you can use your annual pass to go in that extra hour to enjoy. Well, no longer is that available on the bronze or the silver. It is now only available on the highest tier, which is $699. That was the only one you can get the extra magic hour. Also, there will be no physical card sent to you, like before, like this card that we have here. I have my my physical card. That one will no longer be sent to you. You can opt for it. You can be like, hey, I do want a physical card because I want to have a card for myself, to show and stuff. And they will send it to you for free. But if you were to lose this card that you see here and you want to replace it, it is going to cost you 30 euros to replace it. From what I've read and heard, and like all through social media, that's what they're saying. So if you do opt to get a card in the new annual pass, guard it with your life and don't lose it, because if you want to replace it, then it will cost you another extra fee to replace it. Everything is going to be digital now, so they want you to have a digital card where you can I don't know if you can add it to your Apple Wallet yet. That's not an option yet, but I know you can add it to your Disneyland Paris app, and when you go into the park, you just kind of beep it, scan it in, and you go in. Now, there is no longer a dedicated area for the annual pass holders to go through. So if you're going to the park and the park is full, there's a lot of people waiting to come into the park, then you will have to wait like the regular folk and get into the park as the line progresses, which is kind of sucks in my point of view, because I like the whole like dedicated area for the annual pass and Infinity Pass holders, because there was not a lot of lines, so you can just go in through really quick and be able to go to the park really quick. But now you kind of have to wait with everybody, which, again, some people like it, other people don't like it. I honestly don't like it. I don't like be waiting, that long to get into the park. And I don't like the fact that they took out the extra magic hour on the other tiers, on like, silver and stuff. They just left it for the most expensive one. And also, now this is the new benefits. We talked about the lost benefits. Let's talk about the new benefits and what's so great about the new benefits. So the new benefits are that there will be 4 annual pass parties per year, and the first one is going to be September 29th. So there's going to be 4 new parties a year where they're going to be only exclusive for the annual pass holders or the Disney pass holders, and you get to meet and greet characters that you don't see regularly on the parks. They're also going to have this designated area in the park. It's not going to be a lounge, but it's going to be this designated area where you go and meet a character that is unique, that is a character you won't see or roaming around the park, that is one of those like special moment characters. But you do have to reserve that you are going to be at the park that day. You have to reserve your spot so you can go see that character. If there's available times left, then you can go see it, but if it's not, then you're kind of out of luck. And there's going to be this little area designated for that, and also there's going to be a store designated only for the Disneyland Pass holders where you can buy merchandise only available to Disneyland Pass holders. Now, those are the benefits added, I guess, if you want to call it that. Honestly, I think, in my point of view, we are not going to get the new annual pass. We're not going to renew our annual pass. You do have until July 19th to renew it if you want to. I think you have a month after July 19th to still renew it. And there's also limited quantities of the new annual pass. So you can't just go and be like, oh, I'm going to go get an annual pass. No, you have to wait. If there's any available, then you can get them. But if they're not any available, then you have to wait until they become available. Now, in my point of view, we are not getting the annual pass. It is way too much money. There's 4 of us. And if we want to get like the gold one, is 700 times 4. Even if we wanted to get the silver one, it's 499 times 4. Or even if we wanted to get the bronze one, it's 289 times 4. Now, this is my point of view. This is my final take on this issue, this situation, this news revolving around Disneyland Paris. I think that if you live in Paris or France in general, I think it's an awesome option for you. If you are an avid Disney goer, go for it. Grab yourself the bronze one or the silver one if you can afford it. If you are a single or a person or a couple or even a family with one child, then you can afford it, period, then go ahead and grab it. But if you live outside of France and you want to travel to Disney once or twice a year, in my point of view, I honestly wouldn't recommend you getting the annual pass. And I would just say, go ahead and stay on site at a Disney hotel, and you can still get the magic hour. You can still go into the park. You can still have the magic of Disney, and still it will probably be less than paying for an annual pass that you will probably only use once a year. So again, if you live in Paris or if you live in France, I think it's great. Or if you live in surrounding areas, then it's great, closer to France. And for a fact you're going to be going, multiple times a year, then go ahead and get the annual pass. But if you know you're not going to be going more than once or twice a year, then honestly, I would just opt to get yourself going and staying on site and just enjoying the magic of Disneyland Paris, staying in an on-site hotel and enjoying still the magic hour and still the parades, the characters. You can meet characters in the hotel itself and whatnot. But that's our take, my point of view. Now, am I for it? Am I against it? I honestly was surprised and baffled by all this stuff that came out with this new annual passes. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I want you to let me know in the comments what you think about the new annual pass. Are you going to renew it? Did you already renew it? Why? And if you're not going to renew it, I would like to also hear your opinion on why. And thank you for following us here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, where we'll be posting mostly every single day information about Disneyland Paris. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you can be notified when a new video comes out here on Disneyland Paris. Thank you guys for following us here, and I hope this information was helpful for you. And remember, if this information was helpful for you or a family member, go ahead and share this video with them and make sure that they get this information too if they want to buy the new annual pass. Have a magical day.